just a short drive from the capital, Damascus, a suburb in ruins. We were given rare access to the neighborhood now under government control after the longest siege in modern times. This shopkeeper told us for 5 years his family had no food.
How is life now?
Oh, good.
Below these bombed out streets, another side of the war.
See, there are stairs here.
The Syrian army took us inside these tunnels they said were used by rebels to move weapons, food, and medicine.
It's all reinforced with metal ribbing and sheet metal.
Relative safety below ground, while above, Syrian forces dropped bombs and cut off all access to the outside world. Thousands of civilians died. The UN called it hell on earth. In April, a suspected chemical weapons attack triggered airstrikes from the U.S. and its allies. The Syrian government denies it was responsible, but the United Nations accused both sides of war crimes here. Yusuf Karim told me rebel groups fought in the streets and stole from shop owners. He still has scars on his neck from a mortar that killed his little brother. When government forces took over, some 50,000 rebels and their families were sent away to Idlib, the last major anti-government holdout. Already the bombs are falling in Idlib, and the government is telling rebels to surrender. But this al-Qaeda-linked group is defiant, releasing a propaganda video showing militants rounding up people they say wanted to make a deal with the government. Nearly 3 million civilians are in Idlib. Many, like Aisha and her 6 children, were driven from their homes by a war she blames on Syria's president. He killed our children, she says, and ruined our country. For now, life carries on, as aid workers warn a battle here would be yet another bloodbath. Kelly Kobiella, NBC News, Syria.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.